So when these requests come in and they get implemented, how do you handle some features getting commercialized, but some set aside for community access? And I'm asking this because many years ago, I used to feel a lot of inquiries from Elasticsearch customers. They love the technology, except there was no security. And I remember that I used to maintain a list of half a dozen or more community-driven projects on GitHub that added authorization and all kinds of security because the official answer from Elasticsearch was, oh, now you have to buy a commercial version.
Yeah, and I think that that's typically one of the risks around vendor-controlled open source projects, because then the interests of that vendor, can not always be aligned with the community. They can sometimes be more aligned with the business interests of the vendor. And it was one of the really important reasons why we wanted to transition OpenSearch from being vendor-controlled, which it was when it was AWS. Even though we had a broad community of folks, ultimately AWS owned those GitHub repos. So when we transitioned it to Linux Foundation, AWS no longer owns these GitHub repos. We couldn't change the license if we want to. It's a Linux Foundation project now. So there is no one vendor that can bias this project towards their own economic interests. That's one of the great things about vendor neutral projects, where you don't have that conflict that's inherent in a vendor controlled project.